Okay. Hello, 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 you all. Have to speak a little softer and a little lower. I just left the doctor and received my diagnosis of why I'm hoarse and all that good stuff. So I'm waiting in the drive-thru for my pickup prescription. So as you all come in, hit that like and hit that share button. Let me know what part of the world you are tuning in from. And no, I will not tell people what my diagnosis is, right? Because I believe that when I'm in pain, I'm going to the doctor and I'm going to use my insurance and I'm going to get out. And my throat was on fire. So I got that diagnosis. I also believe you need doctors to diagnose you to let you know what's wrong with your body. How can you even go holistic and you don't even know what's malfunctioning in your body, right? How can you suggest holistic things and you don't even know the root cause of the pain? It's this old quote that says pain is a sign of weakness leaving the body, right? But I also believe that pain is a sign that there is weakness in the body. Let me say this again as you all are checking in. Houston and Detroit. For the people in the nosebleed seats, let me say that again so you can catch it. Because I have a lot of messages that I'm about to send out about this Super Bowl 2025, all these subliminal messages that was displayed that's showing you the change of our economic shift. But again, it's this old saying that pain is a sign of pain is weakness leaving the body, right? But I also believe pain is a sign that there is weakness in the body and you need to go get it diagnosed by doctors, whether you believe in big pharma or not. I am, I will do some holistic things as well, but I'm going to go pick up my prescription medicine. That's why I pay insurance, right? So come in, come in. I'm ready for my voice to be back to normal. Um, let's get into this Super Bowl 2025, particularly on Facebook. Now, for this live stream, I am live streaming on Facebook. Lately, I've been uploading, live streaming on Facebook, and then I delete the videos because the people, most of my followers on Facebook, they're not even in this zone. They don't get the subliminal messages. I saw so many Facebook posts today talking about Kendrick Lamar performance was boring. Like they didn't get it. They don't understand what time of the seasons we're in. They didn't understand the power of the Black National Anthem being sung. And they don't understand this economic flip that's about to happen. Starting in May and April. Did you send me a WhatsApp request? Or that's a spam. I would never, ever, ever. And this is even on Facebook, right? Um, are you all spammers? Because, see, I'm not going to come in here answer these questions. Are you all spammers? No, but no, I did not send you a WhatsApp request. I would never, ever ask anybody to message me concerning crypto. I do too many live streams. Yes, I have an X account, but I don't live stream on there. I just repost mainly. It's not very active, right? So let me focus on what I have to say. But that's an important question. No, I did not was out message you. Even on this YouTube, there would be fake accounts and of my profile and say, send me a message. And I would never, ever, ever ask anybody to send me a message on a post. I would never, ever message you. Everything that I'm telling you is like face to face, right? Um, Now let's get into this. New Orleans checking in. Hello, hello, hello. So you all, I'm still hoarse, but I got some immediate help today. I told that doctor, he said, well, would you like to get 2 shots? I said, yeah, give me the 2 shots. That's why I got insurance, right? Give it to me. Holistic takes longer than prescription. I understand, anything natural works slower than poison. But guess what? I want it that quick. I'm not going to endure being in pain because holistic does is a long-term strategy, in my opinion. And big pharma prescription meds is a short-term strategy. The issue is most people take prescription drugs as a long-term strategy, and I don't believe in it. right? Um, so let's get into this. Let's put on the vision help. Now, the subliminal cryptographic messages in the Super Bowl. For the people that said Kendrick Lamar performance was boring, they didn't see um, the place that Samuel L. Jackson played in this as well, being Uncle Sam. If you never watched Django, you don't get it. Have to watch Django with Jamie Foxx. And that's Fox with two X's. This is going to tie into crypto as well. In Django, Samuel L. Jackson was the black man that was over the slaves on the plantation. Leonardo DiCaprio was the slave owner. So Samuel L. Jackson, what was his name in Django? But Samuel L. Jackson character in that Django was to keep the black slaves in line. From the house cooks. Okay. He was the accountant. He kept the bookkeeper. He kept the master's money. Right. He played the same. If it's a play, I don't know, but he had the same role or an assignment on last night's Super Bowl. Right. Samuel L. Jackson. That's why the song "They Not Like Us" also referred to himself as Uncle Sam. Like if you know anything about the history of Sambo, Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam, first two letters in Uncle and Sam is US. So Samuel Jackson definitely represented the US, United States. And he continuously tells Kendrick Lamar, before Kendrick Lamar goes into the song "They Not Like Us," to keep it calm. That's what America wants. Um, and so in Kendrick Lamar opening, and I don't have my other phone with me, his song Bodies is talking about God is coming back for judgment. And it's saying that they need our energy, right? They need our energy. God is coming back for judgment, but this time he's favoring us. That went over a lot of people's head. The very opening line, before he even got into 40 acres and a mule, um, that's the very opening line. They need our energy, and God is coming back for judgment. This time they're favoring us. What do he mean by they need our energy? Well, I have been teaching on melanin, six carbons, six protons, six electrons, the 666, that often in religious institutions has been taught to be a mark of a beast or an evil mark, right? But the evil mark was the mark that the slave masters put on the slave as a burning, engraved in their skin or their bodies, often their arms, and put them on the auction block to sell them as property. That was a mark that they put on what they consider to be a beast. And many have taught pastors, preachers, religious leaders that Revelation 13:17 wrong. Give me a second, y'all. Yes, I'm here to talk about the beast. Okay, I got that done, so I'll go and get my holistic stuff later. But at any rate, I'm finna take this prescription now, get this pain out the way. Um, get my voice back right. So with that, the melanin, 666 melanin is also needed and used for computers and chips and things like that. The energy, right? He brings out that they need our energy. And when he's talking about God coming back for judgment, that's Revelation. That's revelation as well. That's also been mistaught, and it's called the rapture. And many people have this concept or idea that when God, it's really the second coming of Christ. It's not called the rapture. The second coming of Christ, and when God returns, He's coming back to save His people. And that's not what Revelation tells you it's about. Revelation tells you about that God is coming back to war for His people. What warring of that? Acts 7:7. I've been talking to you all about the Luca trade to the Lakers. Kobe Bryant, the coding was all in this as well. The Luca trade to the Lakers, double 77, and John Madden, that was Madden football, that was traded to Philadelphia Eagles, right? Whose number also was double 77. So double 77 is divine transition, right? God told Noah in Genesis, that I would never ever again destroy the earth this way. You too, thank you. And so that was a divine transition, but he comes back in Revelation and says, okay, I will never ever destroy the earth again with water, but I'm going to come back the second coming of Christ and do it with fire. Acts 7:7. Who is the judgment upon? The judgment, 77, was all in the Super Bowl. In fact, Philadelphia, the first player to run out the tunnel was number 77. And then at one point they were saying he got injured, he got hurt. Um, that was the camera was on 77. And then we had the interception, the defensive interception for a touchdown by the rookie, number 33. And 33 represents transitioning, right, as well. Um, Ice is being able to being liquidated or transition to water, liquid at 33 degrees Celsius. The Bible gives us an estimate that Christ died at age 33, 30 years of ministry, and then 3 years, 3.5 years later, his death. He, not transition, you all, 33, transformation, I'm sorry. 7 is transition, 33 is transformation. So Christ transformed from a physical being, you all, to 3 days later, 333 at the age of 33, 3 days, 3 nights in the grave, um, 3 days and 3 nights, to a spiritual being. He rose again in a spiritual form. So 33 is a transformation. 77 is a transition, right? I've taught this many times, but I reteach it because I always get new followers. And my career by trade is a teacher. So I believe whenever introducing something new, you start with the old. You familiarize people with the old, right? Now, so Kendrick Lamar brought that up. The first line, as he's sitting on the GNX, the X vehicle that has the metal X in the grill, right? Yes, number 33 got to pick six. Six is man's intellect. Six is the number of man, right? And then Kendrick Lamar is sitting on top of the GNX X metal with a metal X, silver looking X in the grill of that vehicle. It's a Buick GNX. That X, in my opinion, is for metal blockchain. You have a metal X and you have XPR, which is the mirror of XRP, XPR proton, right? Which is the mirror of XRP. Now, also, Kendrick Lamar made this another bold statement, right? He said, yeah, you got the game rigged, but you can't fake influence. Let me say it the way he said it, right? You got the game rigged, but you can't fake influence. Speaking of XPR Proton and XRP Ripple, you got the game rigged, RIGG, right? Uh, ED, but You can't fake influence. Let me break that down to you, right? Let me put that in layman's term. Let me show you what that subliminal message meant. It meant that you can't fake influence. You must believe in true artists, artistry, artists, right? Music. Believe in true artistry, true music, true artists. Authentic comes from real connection with people, not industry tricks, politics, or hype, artificial hype. Let me say that again. As you can tell, these two shots are already helping my voice a little bit, right? You tried to read the game, but you can't fake influence. That means that belief in true, real influence speaks for itself, in other words. Real influence speaks for itself. Who is the most aggressive crypto based community in the crypto world? XRP Army. XRP Army. So aggressive, want you to be influential. When I speak the facts with them about XRP, that 900 billion XRP, for example, are locked up in escrow, and that about 7 more billion are on exchanges, and 100 billion is the market cap, and of 100 billion, our retail investors have about 30 billion of 100 billion, and that if ETFs do not come in and buy XRP and buy some of these XRP in escrow, if these ETFs are not approved, you're never, ever, ever, which I don't think you're going to see $100 XRP anyway, $1,000 XRP anyway, and definitely uncertainty about a $10,000 XRP. Why? Because as long as this case had been wrapped up for years, XRP technology is getting antiquated anyway by the day. Now you can argue with me and say, Queen, but the switch is not flipped yet. And as of right now, we don't even need XRP's technology until November 2025. This is true. This is true. I have always been educating about the true power of XRP because the mission of XRP has changed from being the one world currency with Jed McCaleb, who's the CEO of XRP, going to XLM. And they just had a tweet yesterday, a little spout on X.com. Well, not a tweet, but a post. It's no longer Twitter, right? And XLM and XRP are now kind of like at war. But XLM is created now for cross-border payments. So what's the power of XRP? It's not the technology, believe no. Quantum financial system. It's going to take away that. It's definitely not the technology. Um, it is the elimination of Nostro Vostro accounts. So what's Nostro Vostro accounts? It's like if the United States, for example, wants to do business in Europe, United States is Bank A, Europe is Bank B, United States has to hold a Nostro account with European dollars in it. And then Europe, Bank B, has to hold a Vostro account. And it's slow and it's antiquated. And it takes um, days to wire transaction internationally. Right now, the quickest way to transport money transnational, trans to transport money internationally is through a jet. So this is the elimination XRP of Nostro Vostro accounts. The only thing about that, when those transactions happens, it burns very little XRP, like 0.0000 of one of an XRP. So unless an ETF comes in and we don't know what the burn rate for those 900 billion that's locked up in escrow, unless the ETF is approved, which there are 11 ETFs up for approval, 11, right? My numbers, the number of chaos and confusion, but monetary change at the same time as in 9/11, then XRP still is in the air because the only thing that can save XRP is ETFs to burn up those tokens. However, its use cases, on demand liquidity, instant liquidity, where you take out the Nostro Vostro's account, is very powerful, right? So XRP has the influence, it has the hype. But Kendrick Lamar says, yeah, you try to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. Belief in true authenticity. XPR has true authenticity. XPR, the rainbow. And I know some people think when I'm saying rainbow, they think I'm referring to the LGBT community. No, I'm not. That's not what the rainbow. Everything under the rainbow, Metal blockchain, Metal XPay. When you go on Metallica's website, you see all of the colors of the rainbow. That means Genesis 11, you all, 11:11, a mixture of language. See, they was building this tower, this frequency, a language tower, just like in crypto. ISO 20022, ISO 22 is a message language that all banks by November of this year have to be speaking the same language for these transactions to occur. So this is ISO messaging language. There's no such thing really as ISO tokens. You have some tokens or cryptos that are compliant with it. You want to be compliant, not compatible, but in compliance. So that means they can tap into and speak the same language for these transactions when needed. But there's no such thing really as an ISO 22 type token. In fact, XRP within itself is not ISO 22 token. Ripple, the company is. So Ripple is the company, XRP is the product, right? Apple is the company, the iPhone is the product. God is the creator. The earth is the creation. You get that? Okay. So real influence speaks for itself. Metal blockchain, Metal Pay, XPR, that's for retail investors that's already collaborated with FedNow payment systems and has offices not only in San Francisco, like XRP and SLM has offices in San Francisco. XPR Proton also have offices in Singapore. So all signs point to XPR Proton, and all these other cryptos, including Bitcoin, is going to be under that rainbow, under that umbrella. The orange, the Dogecoin, the yellow, um, the Ripple, the blue, the indigo. Solana is going to be big. You notice Solana singing in the red with Kendrick Lamar. Soul is going to be big as well. And so you have all of these subliminal messages that was going on. And people on Facebook talking about how boring the performance was. Also, Kendrick Lamar, 40 Acres and a Mule, brought out what I was telling you all about Trump and the 14th Amendment that's going to classify and rewrite the Constitution. Now, let's go back to the number 77. John Madden, Philadelphia Eagles. You got the Society of Janus that was created in Philadelphia but transitioned to San Francisco, where we see XLM, XPR, and XRP headquarters, right? Again, SPR also has headquarters outside the United States in Singapore. Why? Because it's going to be a global currency. What is the rainbow? The rainbow is global. You want things that are global, like Bitcoin, like XPR Proton. You don't just want US based cryptos. And I know people say, yeah, that's going to save me on taxes. Well, that's why Malcolm X had the X in his name. He was a global presence. See, the Luka trade to the Lakers, which Kobe Bryant and Gigi numbers were honored in his Super Bowl with the final score. Shout out to one of my channel members that brought that to my attention. That the two Gigi's number was 2, and Kobe's Bryant 24, 2240. I also broke down 40 as well, a divine transition as well, because Noah and was in the ship for I call it a boat because it was smaller than the Titanic. It's smaller than the football field, right? That lets you know that story was an allegory. It did not really happen about Noah and the animals in the ship and his families, right? It was an allegory. But anyway, 40 days and 40 nights. Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. And after that, a big shift, change came about. A big change, right? And so we see Kobe and Gigi celebrated. Why? Well, because we're technically in the Hebrew calendar still in the year of 2024. Hebrew March brings in the new year, which makes total sense because March is a new season. You see flowers blooming, things coming back to life out of the winter has killed it off. 69, as above, so below. So when new life starts back in earth, that's the new year, right? Now, with this being said, so we see the Kobe Bryant ritual because we're still in 2024. Kobe Bryant spoke out against big pharmaceuticals, which is what Trump is doing as well. And again, we see the Black National Anthem sung. And let me get back to 77 real quick. So the Lakers 77 trade, divine transition. 33, divine transformation. Now we see, let me block this person out my channel right quick because I'm not going to have anybody foolishness coming in my channel. You're blocked, sir or ma'am. Um, so with that being said, um, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a great number 33 for the Lakers. Guess how old Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is today? 77 years of age. His birthday is in April, April 16th. April, March is marching in his new financial system. So Bible numerology, right? Kobe from Philly, the Fresh Prince that moved to California. Thank you. Yes. California, where we got XRP, SPR, XLM. And now XLM with Jed McCaleb was the developer of XRP first. Now he went over to Stellar, which I've been telling you I would be the one world coin currency. XLM, it would be that currency spoke about in Revelation 13 and 17. No man can buy or sell without it in this new industrial, fourth industrial revolution. So we see the Philadelphia, California connection. I told you all about Society of Janus, uh, created in Philadelphia, now prominent, now a big thing in California. The twins associated that, the Vivian twins, very popular out of San Francisco. Full House, the Full House episode that had the Olsen twins on that episode aired in San Francisco. And then you have Twin Peaks. But the thing is, as Kendrick Lamar sang out or pointed out, yeah, they tried to read the game, but you can't fake influence. XPR Proton is not widely known, not widely talked about. But if you look at Big X the plug in the purple, Proton's primary color is purple. Also, it has the hexagon, which also XLM is connected to Saturn, the six and the rings of Saturn, right? And what a lot of Illuminati uses in their symbolism and the back of your US dollar with the all-seeing eye. All of that's connected to XLM, but XPR Proton and Metallicus, that rainbow, again, the pot of gold, the rainbow. All of these cryptos are going to be under that. And XPR Proton is like under the radar and it's dirt cheap. So now Kendrick Lamar goes into 40 acres in a mule, right? 40 acres in a mule. What the slaves were promised once they were free from slavery that they never received. 40 acres, they never even received a mule. A mule represents the old, antiquated, the past way of energy and plowing in the fields to produce your crops, right? So old, antiquated energy. And what I'm telling people is XRP has a big purpose with the on-demand liquidity and eliminating the Nostro Vostro accounts. It does. Midnight Decipher, I love it. Yes. Proton, neutron, electron, 666. So you have XLM and XRP will do a big thing because of the on-demand liquidity, but you're not going to see thousands. I'll be surprised if you see hundreds. because of the burn rate is so slow. When you see a 10, 12, $13 XRP, maybe this year, yes. And for me, that's still going to be great because I got in under 50 cents. But to somebody who's buying at $2.30 or $3 and they only will see an 8 or 9x return, that's not feasible, right? So now Kendra Lamar brings in reparations, which I've been telling you all about, the 14th Amendment, and SLM also decoding is connected to 14 that justifies reparations for descendants of ancestors because it's going to bring out the truth about there were Negroes or people of copper or black and brown skin tone that were black Native Americans that was here in America first before Christopher Columbus, quote unquote, sailed the ocean blue. They were here first. And so now, in order to give reparation, you have to define the ethnicity and give it to the true people. Another thing, why aren't they shipping black people if we are African Americans, right? Why aren't they shipping black people back to their homeland? Because as Kendrick Lamar said in the Super Bowl, in the opening, they need our energy, the 666. Midnight Decipher says proton, neutron, electron 666. They need that energy. When they told you that the black and brown people, it was hard for them to get the C19, it was accurate because the sun, the outer layer of the sun is called corona. And the sun, the healing of the sun, it was hard to penetrate through the skin tone. I'm not even going to get on that. But a lot of people still went out of fear and got the jab anyway, that they really didn't need it. And so, I'm not going to get on that. It's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down. So Metallicus is going to be that global presence. I don't think I finished this statement. The 77 with John Madden, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 33, 77 years old, and Luka traded to the Lakers, the purple, right, the gold, 77. And you need that global presence, the rainbow, 7 colors. You need that crypto is going to be that global presence. And that's the divine transition. Not only was Will Smith, I mean, not Will Smith, but Kobe, that says Fly, Eagles Fly, from Philadelphia, right? Also, Don Stanley, the highest paid woman ever who made history as the highest paid basketball coach in women's basketball on collegiate level. So you saw a lot of subliminal mess. You saw the black woman opening up with the Black Negro anthem. You saw a lot of the Wanda, the actress. She had a commercial. Um, what's the other lady name? Risa, the other black woman that's actress. She had a commercial. So the shift is happening. This financial shift, and Trump knows, right? He knows that he has to bring it in because we are under the judgment of Acts 7 and 7. Acts 7 and 7, Genesis 15 and 13, that the country, transatlantic slaves, 1614, 14, Gematria also connected to XLM, that enslave his people, his chosen ones, for 400 years will begin judgment. That 400 years judgment began in October of 2024. And that's why it's a Kobe ritual. Kobe spoke out against big pharmaceutical, and they also had they showed you ahead of time that Kobe will die in a helicopter crash. So again, shout out. There's other comments that were very powerful. Oh, the last performance with the yellow jacket, Dogecoin, Elon Musk exposing America and its spending habits, exposing where your tax-paying dollars are going. Right. Um, Kobe Bury in, is that Corona? I didn't know he was buried in Corona. Delmar, I did not know that. Right? I did not know that. So, Corona. Wow. Did not know that. That's powerful. Lakers 77 season, and also the Lakers and New York Knicks are the two teams in the NBA, Luca, that has global presence and dominance. See, that's why XPR is powerful because it has global and HDC. You all, in fact, I think it's HDC that has a company in Singapore, but XPR Proton has a company based out of San Francisco and another country outside the United States. So Samuel Jackson is the one that's, suppressing black people. That saying, he said, don't be too ghetto, meaning that black people that speak up for their rights, he was referring to them as being ghetto. And they not like us, the U.S., Uncle Sam, the U.S. Kendrick Lamar told you in the first opening line, they need our energy. He showed you with the GNX vehicle, it's going to be metal blockchain, metal X, purple and gold, XPR Proton, 14th Amendment, reparations, 40 acres in a mule, right there on stage. Samuel L. Jackson, the one that's sent to suppress and keep the Negroes in line, per se. So you won't rebel out and speak out. And then for some of the people that have told me that they consider mean. See, they only call people to be racist if they're pro their own. It's okay for you to support your own. It's okay for you to want your children taught about your history. But when I teach my community about Negro history, when do I say Negro history? Because you got to be familiar with Negro land and Nigeria and Niger. Why you was called what you was called, and they stopped calling us that because then they knew it would point back to Negro land and show people that slaves were not retrieved from all parts of Africa. So we're not African Americans, just the western part of Africa, and that it will point back to the Israelites in the Negro land part of Africa. So if you have pride in your children, in your community, knowing their history and their accomplishments and knowing the truth, then why would that make me racist? Because I discuss the truth about my own that has been suppressed and mistreated, inhumane treatment at that, for years. And my friend from Japan, I think I missed over your hello. I always like it when I get international people to come in. Here you go, to the moon, Japan, because Genesis 11 showed us that there's going to be a diverse of people. Like, U.S. has not only suppressed black and brown or Negroes from the transatlantic slave, they also suppressed other countries by forcing them to accept their dollars, while other countries have to give the real commodities, and the citizen of their countries had to do slave labor. As Africa said, why should we give you our gold and diamonds for your paper, for your colored dollars? We're giving you all the real oil and commodities and food and labor. And China is shipping the iPhone and iPad, and America is making thousands and selling it here. And their vehicles, right? America is making thousands off of their cheap labor. And they was like, why should we use your currency for our energy? Everything is about energy. See, XPR Proton is about energy. XRP is about technology. Jalen Hurts wore purple all game and salute to the game. Now, mind you that the Mardi Gras, being in Mardi Gras season, many people come pick up on this. Purple led in the Mardi Gras decorations, and then yellow, and then green. That's showing the shift, and XPR Proton will be the lead. Then Dogecoin under that, Department of Government Efficiency. Fiat currency is last, showing that the dollar is steadily dying and to be in the value. But XPR Proton will be first. That's cognitive dissonance, dissonance, my queen. Thank you so much. People don't like truth, the truth. Yeah, like why people say, well, we need to forget about slavery. You don't want to forget about the Holocaust. You don't want to forget about 9/11, but you want us to forget about slavery? I'm not even going to get into Kansas City and the Buffalo Soldiers and killing of the buffaloes and starving out the indigenous people who were black and brown people and copper. That's why they beat the Buffalo Bills. And also to show that the bills, the dollar bill, is going to be dumped. And we're moving to, as in Genesis 11, a diverse economic system. The level field is being played. And Trump knows, according to Acts 7 and 7 and 15 and 13, that this is the time and that judgment is coming. They don't want to ship people in black and brown, and that's in Deuteronomy 28 and 68. You will be shipped back in ships. That's why these illegal immigrants are in ships. They're not in planes. He's shipping them back in ships. Go and read Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And it says somebody will try to buy you, but no man can redeem you. What does that mean? God said, this time I'm redeeming you. See, when they talk about World War III and it being uh, a technical war and drone war, now they're not telling you that that's going to be God returning. I almost broke a nail. God returning through the clouds. And his judgment is coming. That's why you're seeing all these plane crashes, all these miscommunications in the air, um, cell phones going out, the miscommunication, World War III, Revelation, judgment has begun. You're going to see America look like a third world country. And people are going to try to leave America. They're going to want to leave. They're not going to fight to stay. Because this is Babylon, according to the Bible. Because of what the transatlantic slave. 23 countries waiting to join BRICS because they have moved off the dollar. So true. And I love that name, even though I can barely see it. Unwind Financial. Thank you for dropping such great knowledge in history. Thank you so much. Conscious Cats, did you notice Apple red button at the beginning of the halftime? I did. Representing the forbidden fruit of knowledge that was going to be depicted in the halftime show. For those that can see, I did. And actually, I was live streaming during the halftime show, so I had to go back and watch a lot of this today. Um, Missouri has two Fed headquarters, bridges. So XRP will be that on-demand liquidity, and it will be that bridge transactional, transitional currency to get rid of Notros Votros. Now, if you don't know what Notros Votros banks are, I described it earlier in my live stream. Watch the replay. Someone says it's already a third world country. True. But I'm enlightening you out. The shift is from cash to crypto. World War III is coming. You know, they're going to say it's a war and drones and technology is really a revelation coming to pass. God coming back for judgment. And shame on the people. And as I tell people, no, I'm not racist because I'm even harder on my own people. I'm even harder on my own because they're not educated. They don't understand that number 33 is not just Freemasonry that's shown on The Simpsons, but that's like sacred knowledge that people don't even supposed to tap into. As I told you, number 33 is the number transformation. But they're against Trump, and Trump is the only president that listened to Dr. Claude Anderson about exposing what the 14th Amendment for so they can position us to get reparations. They're so blind. They don't even know that. They don't even know that XLM, XRP, and XPR all in the gematria have 13, and the 13th Amendment is the one that freed the slaves. The 14th Amendment is the one that now, after they were free, gave them their citizenships aka birthright to America, not only to the slaves that were freed in 13th Amendment, but to their lineage of their children that was born on American soil. And like the Dr. Claude Anderson says, black folks try to help everybody else except themselves. Because this clarity in 1776, Philadelphia, July 4th, Independence Bell, Constitution. Now that this comes, it has to go to a Supreme Court. Because now the Supreme Court has to rule and use the Constitution in its rightful way. So it's a great thing that it went before a Supreme Judge. Because it has been used in the wrong way in context for years to help and support everybody else except who it was created to support. So XLM is not only in gematria connected to 13, but also 14. Again, 14th Amendment. XDC is connected to 3113. Why? The Simpsons that I always show you what the plan is, just like the Super Bowl performance, the Squid Game showed you that, and Samuel just kept saying over and over again. Now, Mr. Lamar, I did list Mr. Lamar in gematria, and Zenfin came up for XDC. You got to know how to play the game. Them being a dome shows you that we are under a dome. The football field, the four corners, I've been talking about the number 4, the four corners of the earth, shows you this is a game. We're in a matrix. You gotta know how to play the game, and you don't understand the rules. You don't understand the Constitution. You're attacking actually the first president that's helping us with reparations. Because you don't know the Constitution, you don't know the rules. You don't get it. And if you're not, and offer reparation, but that will it already is happening in Illinois and California as well with property. But also the shift from cash to cryptocurrency. Some of you all, you have until March and April, November this year, when is the deadline for these banks to be on ISO messaging, and you don't have a crypto exchange, you're playing around with crypto, you're not into these tokens that's going to be a part of fourth industrial revolution, again, the number 4. I feel sorry for you. You don't have your silver. You don't have your off the grid money from this World War III hit. You don't have your copper. Global shortage on copper. Silver, most undervalued asset in the world. Yes, thank you, Humi. I thought it was Genesis 15 and 13. And also the nation whom they shall serve, what I will judge afterward, shall they come out with great substance. That is reparation. Will you also put Acts 7 and 7 in the comments for me? Acts 7 and 7. A divine transition, 7-7. Again, John Madden, Philadelphia Eagles, 77. Luka traded to Lakers, 77. Right. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 33. 33 Freemasonry. Elite knowledge, only knowledge for the sacred knowledge, 33. Transformation. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is 77 years old. The purple and the gold will rule. XPR Proton, the 666. And then under that, for me, is XLM, and then XDC, and then XRP. For me, in that order. I've been trying to tell people I'm not rooting for Trump, but he has a job to attend in the spiritual realm. He really do. Some say Barron Trump is alien. Well, the Bible said you have angels that walk among us. You can translate that to aliens, unaware. It's a lot of people walking around among us that's been cloned, right? That's why I say that our ancestors long to see this day. At first, I couldn't see it, but now we are in the. That's why Deuteronomy 1 and 11 in the King James version says, May the Lord thy God, the God of our ancestors, bless you and increase you 1,000 times more. Can I believe on this? Acts 7:7. And to the nation who they shall be in bondage will I judge. I showed you our 2024 Kobe Bryant Connection 2024. We won't be into 2025 until March. On the Hebrew calendar, what did Jesus practice? Hebrew, Jewish, Israelite. That's what Jesus was. That's what the ancestors that came here was. They were not Africans, right? So we're on Jesus' calendar. We're still in 2024. That's why they had to do the Kobe Bryant ritual. And Gigi, 22 to 40, 224. Again, 40 days, 40 nights. Fasting, 40 days. Noah in the boat. Divine change comes after 40. Big change at that. Global change at that. Jesus and his 12 disciples changed the world global. Jesus, Yeshua made 13. 13. And I talked about Malcolm X had a global presence, but Martin Luther King had a United States presence. So SPR Proton is like Malcolm X. XRP is like Martin Luther King. Right? If you want to make that analogy. Year 19. Oh, also the Constitution, July 4, 1776. Philadelphia. Year 1977, line of the year of the snake. Yes. Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba. Then when we add GG's number to 24, that's 8. 8. Revelation 1 and 11. See, nothing never just goes away. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. It all intertwines like a snake twist and intertwines and locked in. It all intertwines. Like Genesis 1 and 1 in the beginning, where you add Revelation that says it'll be a new heaven and new earth. So you add the beginning with the end. In the beginning, there's a new heaven and a new earth. Nothing just goes away. Actually, we're going back to the future because when you look at proton, it's connected to the golden ratio. That connects to the pyramids of Giza, how it was designed with that triangle, right? The Trinity, the number 3. The pyramids of Giza, which what XPR proton does, was able to conduct energy from the sun, from the moon. Genesis tells us the sun, the moon, and stars are signs or for signs and wonder, right? Earlier in the Bible, it says the greater light to rule the day, the lesser light to rule the night. The sun and the moon and the stars were not created to give us light. It was created for signs and wonders to show us the way. How do you think Harriet Tubman freed the slaves? Following the moon, following the stars, knowing astrology. Ancient Egyptians understood astrology. On the back of your US dollar, the all-seeing eye, the pyramid with 13 levels, the phoenix, tied into the 1988 Economist magazine written by the Rothschilds. Get ready for new world currency. 88, again, out with the old, intertwined with the old, with the new. And 1988 Economist, which is the same year that Ripple, the company, filed a patent as well, 88. So we're going back to the future. What does XPR Proton focus on? Energy. What does XRP focus on? Technology. Big difference. XPR Proton is zero gas fees, and the transactions are instant. XRP transactions take 3 to 5 seconds. XPR Proton is lightning fast transactions, global transactions. The Twin Towers, XRP Proton, XRP. And buried underneath the rubbles of the Twin Towers, $500 million worth of physical silver and gold. How did God say he redeemed his people? When they was released from Pharaoh and slavery with silver and gold. You all go to milliemoves.com, get your silver and copper. They will have the highest return on your investment. Okay, you all, so I'm about to go get my holistic things for my voice. I have my medication. Somebody mentioned to me the oil of oregano that Terry Howard talked about to build your immunity. That's great, when your immunity is already healthy, but antibiotics works faster when your immunity has crashed and is down. I'm a person that thoroughly believes that prescription is short term, holistic is long term, life and longevity. So I do both. That helped me personally through my cancer, doing both, and detoxing, because even after the prescription med helped me, I have the same thing that Terrence Howard used to detox my body and to flush it out once it's, you know, did its purpose. But I don't like to be in pain or sickness for a long time when there's um, doctors in place that can not only diagnose what's wrong with me, but give me short-term prescription. And then once I find out what's wrong, then I research that in the holistic world and do the long-term remedy. But you can't give people holistic suggestions when you don't have the power to diagnose what's wrong with their body in the first place, right? Trump equals 88. Character Biff in the Back of the Future was about Trump. Wow, I would look at that. Also, Back to the Future, the taxi cab, Back to the Future 2, showed X bar. It showed an X. Um, it showed something else. Uh, H bar X and something else. Now, I do believe that X Back to the Future 2 represent XRP, because XRP with the quantum financial system, it will be old technology. Quantum financial system is right around the corner, in my opinion. So a taxi cab is not something, we use Uber and other faster ways, self-driving vehicle. That's why XPR Proton is so vital right now. Um, but it's on demand, you know, services for transportation, and XRP is on demand liquidity. The cab was yellow and red, metallic is blockchain, the mixture of colors, and some more cryptos, but yeah. So I'm gonna go get my holistic stuff. Y'all, thanks for tuning in. Like and share the channel. Let's have a global concept of what's going on, and let's help each other globally. But I'm always going to educate my people about the history, about the past, and about the present. That's my purpose, and that's what I'm going to do. Doesn't take any love or appreciation that I have for other countries and other cultures away at all. I'm just going to share the truth. And there's no racism in truth. The Bible says you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. It's only freedom and truth. No racism. I love all of you all. XPR Proton, you need to do your research if you don't have it. Not financial advice. I'm just saying. Queen out. If my stylist can hit the end button, I'll be out. My stylist don't want to end the live stream. Let's end the stream.